Welcome to NEK-TV Rocks, and my guest today is Chet Greenwood, and we're going to talk about the recreation path, the bike path, the rail trail, whatever you want to call it, and what's happening there right now.
Well, right now, they want to open it up, so a few people want to use it for access to the vast trail. And legally, they can do that. It's under the bike path. It's called the BB Spur.
Yeah.
Rails for Trails, and there's 4 Rails for Trails programs or tracks in the state of Vermont. And a few years ago, the AOT opened them up all for snowmobiling. So it's a 4-season trail. The problem with the others, the Missisquoi Trail is 26 miles long. It started out being a snowmobile trail right from day one. And the Lamoille Valley Trail, that's 92 miles long.
Right. From
day one, that was used as snow machines. And the third one is Delaware Hudson down near East Haven, or New Haven. That's 20 miles long. And that again, and there's destinations on each end of them.
Right.
So those are through tracks.
Right.
And a 20-mile track, it's good for a snow machine.
Sure.
But BB Spur is 4 miles. It doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
You know, it ends at the Canadian border.
And it's pretty narrow in places.
It's 7 feet wide, and contrary to what the website says on the Rails for Trails on the state VTrans, they say it's 8 to 10 feet wide, and it's not. It's only 7 feet. And they put new stay mat on it this fall.
Yeah.
Did a great job, but it's only 7 feet wide. Right. So it's inconceivable that you'd have a snowmobile track. It's only 7 feet wide. Snowmobile tracks are 4 feet. So they can't even meet on that trail. Right. Well, without one of them going off.
And some of the bridges are pretty narrow too. They're even more narrow.
There's 2 bridges, 2 trestle, and they are narrow. But I think the vast groomers probably can't fit down there, but they make smaller groomers. So I don't think that's a real issue.
Is Vast thinking of grooming?
No, Vast does not want to use that trail. It's not on their maps, and they don't groom it.
We do. Men from Magog Ski.
Men from Magog Trails grooms it. And talking about that, back from day one, Men from Magog Trails, they have the trails behind Dr. Primo's property, and they got miles of them. It's a great trails.
Such a resource.
They're great trails. And they groom all of those, plus they groom the bike path. They've been doing it for over 20 years. So for over 20 years, it's been used primarily by cross-country skiers, classical skiers, or skiers, snowshoers, and walkers.
People walking their dogs.
Yeah, a lot of parents take the kids on sleds.
They do.
And you take a sled and you meet a snow machine, and the sled is the one that has to get off the track.
Which is a joke. Where are they going to go?
Because you got a drop off. If you go 4 feet from the center line on that bike path, it goes down towards the lake.
It sure does.
It's a raised bed, and it was never built as a corridor trail, rail trail. It was built as a branch from Sherbrooke to Newport. So it's not built with the same specifications. And it's a raised bed. At least the Vermont portion is raised bed and very narrow.
How did this all happen? Because we've all plodded along for years. Everybody's happy. We all love the path.
There's 2 or 3 users up by the Johns River that asked if they could use it. And probably if they hadn't said anything, nobody would have said anything. I know they aren't going to use it much, and I know they're going to drive slow, and even Vast says, we'll put up 15-mile-an-hour speed limits, which is fine. So even at a 15-mile speed limit, in 15 minutes, you've gone from one end of the trail to the other.
Right.
So it's not going to be used by snowmobile, just access.
Yeah.
And they want access to it mainly because they normally they get on the lake through the Johns River.
Yes.
But with not global warming, but climate change.
Whatever you want to call it, politically correctly or not.
It doesn't freeze.
It doesn't.
Or it thaws early, you know. Yeah. So it probably shuts their season down by at least 6 weeks
Yes.
on both ends.
Yeah.
So they want to use the bike path to come down to Lindsay Road.
Which
And
is
then
where they pick up the vast trail.
That's where they pick up the vast trail as it comes across the lake.
Yeah.
And that's an only 2-mile stretch that they're
Right.
talking about. But that 2-mile stretch from North Derby Road
Yeah.
to Lindsay Road, and I walk it several times a week, is exactly 2 miles.
Right.
And in that stretch is 70 homes either on the track, abutting the bike path, or they have access. They're like one street behind.
Right.
They have access. So 70 homes is pretty densely populated in a
Right.
2-mile stretch. So I think you could have injuries. It's congregated.
The path, as I visualize it, is pretty close to some of those homes too.
Very close to some of them. Very close. And mine included.
Yeah.
And, all the years we've been there, somebody comes across the lake, we see them coming across the lake,
Sure.
wide open. And they're going to get on the bike path, and they're not going to drive 15 miles an hour.
No, not at all.
So, and if anybody else is on the bike path, get out of the way.
Yeah, somebody pointed out to me last night, she has teenage sons, and if they see other people on that trail, they're going to want to do it themselves. And
Absolutely.
that's going to be
Yeah.
a problem because kids don't follow a speed limit. They don't
No,
on the
no,
roads,
no.
so that beautiful straight path.
And neither does the people, just might have had a drink or two.
Right.
And they
Which
tend
is
to go a
many
little
of them,
faster. Yeah.
judging by the cans we see dropped along the roadside.
Yeah. But it's inconceivable that a 4-mile stretch would even be considered a snowmobile
Right.
trail. But the 2 or 3 that asked for access are at the Johns River end.
Right.
But between them and Lindsay Road, there's at least 3 other snowmobile users
Yes.
that I know.
Yes.
And they're nice guys. I play golf with them. They're nice. And I have no beef whatsoever. And neighbors wouldn't complain. However, there are 3 Airbnbs on the bike path.
Yes.
And they could, and once they know it's open, they could advertise vast access. So those are the people that aren't going to go 15 miles an hour.
No.
They have no interest in the neighbors. They don't know the neighbors.
I know 2 of the Airbnbs that they would be appalled at that idea.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would never advertise it that way. But I don't know the other one. And anybody can open an Airbnb and does.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
That's horrifying, actually.
yeah. Well, back when they first opened the bike path under the Rails for Trails program, there was a few of us were concerned about this particular use. It was this and side-by-sides,
Right.
or ATVs back then, and we were concerned, so we pushed them through Act 250.
Yeah.
We spent 3 years going through the Act 250 process, and we even have a statement here where the chairman of the Vermont Environmental Board chairman, John Ewing, at the time said, we will put up signs on both ends of the bike path
Right.
and no motorized vehicles allowed. And then through the end of that process, it's water over the dam, but
Right.
we never finished that Act 250 process. But they put the signs up. As
Yeah.
soon as they finished and put the stay mat down,
Yeah.
the AOT put up no motorized vehicle signs, and those signs are there today. Yet their website says, go ahead and use it. It's allowable for snow machines. So it's kind of contradictory.
So how's that going to play out with ATVs in the summer?
We don't know. We're just hoping that's not going to be allowed. And they're telling us it's not going to be allowed.
Well, how do you
they
stop
also told
one
us,
and not the other?
Yeah, they also told us that snow machines weren't going to be allowed.
Right.
So we don't know. That's what we were afraid of right from the start. And I've been there since 1972.
Right.
And year-round since 1992. So I've seen a lot of the activity there. And the bike path is used a lot.
Yes,
And
I know.
I mean, I've walked 600 miles since May 1st
Yeah.
on the bike path. And,
Yeah.
And I walk in the winter when I'm here.
Right.
A lot
You
of people
have the
do.
honorable wound to prove
Yeah,
it.
I know. The bridges, they ice over where your yak tracks.
Yeah, I know. I came off one of those mountain bikes on that path too, doing stupid things and broke body parts. Yeah.
Now, talking about bikes, there's a lot of fat bikes on it in the winter.
Yes.
And that's a chore. I've seen people try to pedal those, but they do. There's 3 or 4 of them that go up and down the bike path.
That's amazing exercise. They also go across the lake when it's frozen enough.
But there's a few neighbors that do use it all winter long for skiing.
Yes.
And Memphremagog Trails does a great job, and they have 2 types of groomers. Well, they pull them with a regular snow machine, not with a snowcat.
Right.
And they either put 2 parallel tracks down so you can cross-country ski, or they just roll it.
Right.
And it's absolutely beautiful when they roll it.
It is gorgeous.
Oh, and
I ski there to go into the woods.
Yeah, and
it's lovely.
And it's a shame. Then when you break that with a snow machine track, it kind of ruins the skiing.
One machine would take that.
Yeah,
out.
one machine would do it. And the other thing is when you, in the spring, when it's bare, and a lot of time even in the winter, there's parts of it, the wind comes across that lake and it blows it all off. There's no snow. It
certainly does.
And those new the tracks on some of those snow machines, all you got to do is step on it a little bit and you're going to dig up that track. And they just put that down this fall and they did a great job. It's nice.
Yeah, it's funny because I've heard a lot of the e-bikers complaining about that because it was very dusty.
Oh, well, until we got some rain.
Yeah.
It was very dusty.
We didn't get any rain for a long time.
Then we got sprinkles and finally it hardened up. But it used to be very muddy.
Oh, I certainly can testify to that.
And they did a good job. And when we talked to them when they were doing it, now the stretch from North Derby Road to the Canadian border, it's only a half-mile stretch.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely straight. And there's no houses on that half-mile stretch.
Yeah.
That they did 8 feet wide. But they came back after it was all done and widened it a little bit. And we asked them why and if they were going to do that on the lower end between the Johns River and Lindsay Road. Well, we may. So.
Whoa! Who did it?
The Agency of Transportation, the shed that's in Derby, the transportation department, is local. The local guys did it. They didn't contract it out. They did it, and they did a real good job.
So this was already starting way back.
Oh, yeah. They didn't do this for the walkers and the skiers. Not when they put it down in September.
Right.
That's when they did it.
Yeah. Part of that trail is technically in Newport, and most of it is in Derby.
Correct.
So what involvement does Newport have with this?
Well, originally when the Act 250, Newport and Derby were both made parties to the original application.
Yeah.
Because the first half mile is in Newport. A little over half mile, 3/4 mile is in Newport.
Yeah.
And the rest is in Derby.
I mean, one of the ways that the tourism departments publicize this area as a way of drawing people here is our 4-season, open air, outdoor recreation. But they're not just talking about machine kind of recreation. They're talking about feet, they're talking about skis, they're talking about so many other things. Where is the Department of Tourism on this? Or have we contacted them yet?
No, we haven't. No, but I know they do it in the summer. There's so many people on that bike path that stop by my house, take pictures of the lake.
Yeah,
that's fine. And even in the winter, we have people looking for an access across the lake. If you have a snowstorm, you get drifted in.
Yeah.
They can't figure out how to get off the lake.
Right.
And they come sometimes across my lawn, and those people are lost. That doesn't bother me at all. They're nice people.
Right.
There's 99 out of 100. They're great people to talk to.
Yeah.
And even Vast says we don't really want to pay attention to that. That's a nuisance to them.
Right. That's not what they want on a snowmobile trail.
And we looked at the map. We met with them the other night. We looked at their map. It's not on their map. They don't use it. They don't plow. They don't groom it, and they don't recommend anybody use it. And they'll even put up the no snowmobile signs if we want. Well, if the state lets them. The state V-Trans, they have a whole division, Rails for Trails. So they did a broad brush approach, and they said all 4 Rails for Trails, including BB, are going to be open for snow machines. Not knowing that ours was never, for 25 years, we've been doing just skiing and winter, and the others were they were snow machine accessibility right from day one.
Do they have skiers and fat bikers and other people on their trails?
Oh, I'm sure they do. And like the Lemoyle, friends of mine go down there biking, and they said that's wide. That's like 10, 12 feet wide. And you can meet. In fact, your snow machines can be on one side, and you still get enough for skiers on the other side.
Right.
But the Lemoyle, that one is 93 miles long. If anybody's going to ski, if somebody's going to ski on it, they're going to go a little ways and come back.
Yeah. I mean, snowmobiles are allowed to come into Newport, and there are ways that they can get in so that they can go to the restaurants, which is great.
Yeah.
But the bridge coming over the causeway now has a divider down the middle, so that the snowmobiles can go on one side and pedestrians and people who are ice fishing can go off that bridge to there, because it didn't feel safe to people trying to walk when the machines came over, and it doesn't feel safe. But that bridge is wide enough to do that.
Yeah, and the other trails, well, I know Lemoyle is. I'm not sure about Missisquoi. One of the guys from Vast told me Missisquoi is as narrow as BB is in certain places.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it has a varying width, but it may be the bridges that.
Yeah. Is the public really involved in this yet? I mean, do enough people know?
No, I don't think so. And Vast doesn't want anybody to know.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, they don't want everybody to use it. I mean, they're looking out for us. So they're really on our side on this. And they wish that the state of Vermont would take it off their website and say it's not part of the VAST system.
Will they? Has anybody talked to the state of Vermont?
Well,
I know
we're in
how
that process.
challenging that is. You know that. You've been a representative. Come on.
We have, and we have some options. And probably you don't want to sue the state of Vermont because that's endless, and they get, and that we don't want to. And I don't know what the grounds would be. However, when they passed the legislation several years ago that put all 4 Rails for Trails in one bucket and said snow machines are allowed. I think we can go back and write some legislation to exempt BB Spur. It's only 4 miles.
Yeah.
I mean, and like Vast has 450 miles in Orleans County, just Orleans County. They said we don't want 4 more.
No. Has the group talked to the legislators up here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And where are they on this?
They're all in agreement. They're all in agreement that there's no sense of having this a part of the rail trail snowmobile system.
So somebody might be happy to write that little bill and shove it in.
We're in the process of that. That's the easiest way, and I happen to know 2 or 3 people on the transportation committee.
I think you know everybody down in that building anyway. For those who don't know, Chet has a long history up here.
I do. I used to go down here a lot.
I know.
But they can help, and they don't think that's a problem at all. And I don't know when that legislation got passed, but apparently it's been a law that people could use it for several years, and nobody realized it.
How on earth did they figure out that they could do that? Or is this just something that just sort of spontaneously erupted from some user, one user, or 2 users?
Yeah. But then as soon as you have the 3 that request access, then I told you about 3 more. Then we have the 3 Airbnbs that could have access. Yeah. Then once you see a few tracks there, as people come across the lake and on the vast trail across, and then they see, oh, there's a trail. Look at these. I wonder where that goes.
Yeah.
Then they're going to start going on the.
Yes.
And I do know that the south end from Lindsay Road to Prouty Drive, now that's only about a little over a mile. I do know that people who live on that, like St. Lawrence Street,
Yes.
they go down and across Prouty Drive, and they get on the Facets by the city garage.
Right.
So they do use the trail, and I don't know if people complain too much. Some places are wide enough so the snow machine doesn't have to be right in the middle of the trail either.
Right.
Because I know it's aggravating for some of the skiers, and it's the older people that ski on the bike path.
That's right.
Not the one, they're not so apt to go in the woods, because
No.
I don't even go in the woods anymore skiing, because I don't
I
want to break
know.
another wrist. But,
I'm with you.
So it's the older ones that the ones with kids that tend to be on the main trail,
Yes.
the BB Spur, and they can follow the straight, groomed ski trail.
Yeah, and it's a great workout.
Oh yeah,
It's beautiful.
we should all get out and have exercise. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And we all know that's good exercise. And if you're not going into the woods and down the hills, then you're not risking life and limb, but you're building strength.
Yeah, every time I go in the woods and up the hills, I
know.
regret it.
I have had a similar experience. I haven't quit it yet, but I'm getting there.
No, we used to do that a lot, and especially when we had a dog. But going to Florida, and we didn't replace the last dog we had, but
Yeah.
the dog used to love to run around in the woods up there.
Oh, yeah.
And I prefer snowshoe. Whenever I can, I go snowshoeing.
Yeah, well, again, another use of the trail.
And right on that trail, that's a nice workout. You get 6 inches of fresh snow,
Yeah, it
and
is
walk
a
3
workout.
miles,
It's a
3 or
good
4
workout.
miles on
Really
your
good
snowshoes.
workout.
It's a good workout.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
stopped running?
Pardon?
You used to run. Have you stopped running?
Up until 2 years ago, I was running 60 miles a month.
Yeah.
I was doing, if I leave my house and go to the trestle, the Johns River Trestle, it's in back, that's exactly 5K. If I go from my house to the Bluff Road past the hospital and
Yeah.
back, it's 5K. So I used to, 5 days a week, I used to do the 5K.
Right.
I haven't done that, getting old. But now I do walk. If I walk from my house to the Canadian border and back, it's exactly 5 miles. And we did that 5 days a week all summer long with my
Yeah.
neighbor.
And there's certainly a lot of organizations that are encouraging people to walk on that path because
Yes.
it's flat, it's straight, it's measurable, it does all the right things.
I mean, there's amazing how many people are out there when we walk in the morning that have their dogs. They take the dogs with them.
Yeah.
There's a couple of women that have they have the strollers, the double strollers, and have 2 young kids
Yeah.
in them. And she's jogging
pushing the
almost
kids.
every morning.
Yeah.
And you can do that some in the winter too.
Right.
Wear your yak tracks, but if it's groomed, you can do that in the winter too. And
Yeah.
that I think you can do it without messing up the ski tracks.
Yes.
But if you got a snowmobile track down there, that messes up the skiing. And there's
How involved do you think we should get the public? I mean, clearly this is going to go out on Comcast's network and it'll go out as a YouTube video. And part of our goal is to make people aware of what's happening in the area.
well, it's kind of a catch-22 because the state of Vermont brings in tons of money on tourism from snow machines. That whole industry is amazing. I mean, there's over 5,000 miles of vast trails in the state of Vermont. 5,000 miles. So it brings in a ton of money. And cyclists in the summer bring in almost an equal amount of money.
Yes.
So,
And that's another growing pastime.
Of course, they can't use the path in the winter unless they get fat bikes or something. But the state of Vermont may push back a little bit because they like the money. They like the tourism. But there's a lot of places to stay closer to a vast trail than on the BB Spur.
Right.
And these people who come here to go snow machining for any length of time trailer their machine.
Right.
And 9 out of 10 people have to trail a machine. They don't have the option of jumping on a machine in their front yard and jumping on a vast trail. they have to take the trailer that the snowmobile somewhere to get on a fast trail. Most people, and maybe that's what will have to happen here.
I presume that is what did happen here. Certainly for the ones by the Johns River,
Right.
they must have trailered somewhere. To be
Yeah,
able to use
yeah.
it.
I'm sure because they come up weekends.
Right. There are those who are here year round, who are sort of Sunset Acres area, but they either trailered or I presume waited until it was safe to go on the ice.
Yeah. No, most people have a snow machine, have a trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would presume, but
Unless you live right on an access, you have to.
They for years they had a perfect access at Cousins Beach, coming across the lake, going up Cousins Beach. That's right near me, and we used to enjoy watching them coming racing across the lake. And then, but the theory was everybody's going to go slow. As soon as they get off and go up Cousins Road to get the vast trail, they're going to slow down to 15 miles an hour, and they aren't going to be late at night, 9 o'clock or so, and then they start coming in at midnight.
Yes.
And racing up there, and then it's all private property there, and they wouldn't let them, they closed it. So they lost a perfect access through
stupidity.
Yeah, there was, there's always a couple that spoil it for everybody, and they spoil it for everybody.
Yeah. There were issues on Broadview in Newport because kids particularly, would come across the lake on their way to school. They'd go to school on their snowmobiles. I'm sure it was fun for them. So they'd come flying across the lake, jump up the access point there and go zooming up the road. Well, neighbors didn't like that.
No.
And they didn't like it late at night either. And who blames them?
Yep. Yeah. I don't think the noise is a big problem. I think most of the neighbors are concerned about an accident waiting to happen there. Because you got a 500-pound snow machine, say nothing about the weight that's on it, the operator. If they hit somebody, because somebody has to move. If you meet, somebody has to move.
Yes.
And even if they're going real slow, somebody has to, and if somebody gets off that path,
there's nowhere to go.
There's a drop off there.
There is nowhere to go. And if you have kids who are just learning to toddle on skis, what do you do with them? They can't move fast.
Yeah. So it's, that's the injury and the accident, that bothers a lot of people.
Yeah, it would make me nervous too.
Yeah.
Is there a speed limit on the other trails?
I don't think so. On certain areas, when you're going through any population, or if there's any real bad turns, or bridges and things like that, they'll put a speed limit.
And how do they enforce it?
They
don't. It's a joke,
they don't.
Right?
But in some places, like the Lamoille goes through Hardwick, a real densely populated area. They do have, the police can patrol that, and some police have snow machines that can patrol.
Sure.
And they do that, but they certainly aren't going to do it on BB bike path. Yeah.
If people from the public are interested in this, who do they get in contact with? How do they learn more, and how do they add their voice to this to say,
well, we had a petition.
We're scared of losing our bike path?
We did a letter and sent it to Agency of Transportation and to the governor and to all our area legislators. They could contact me, I guess. I'm kind of the spokesperson. There's a group of us that meet, and we have a email thread that we keep everybody up to date.
So you would be a point of contact?
Yeah.
Great. And we can add that, either an email address or a phone number, to the video at the end of it, so that there is a way. Probably an email address.
Email would probably be better.
Yeah, otherwise your phone will be ringing off the hook.
And I lost my phone the other day for 4 or 5 hours, and it drove me crazy, and it was under the seat in the car. But
so easy.
Sometimes somebody would call, and if I don't return the call because my phone's being charged or it's under the seat in my car, they're going to think I'm ignoring them.
Yeah, I turn the sound down on mine, and of course people can't reach me ever.
Yeah, that's always an issue.
Yeah.
We had a letter we sent to all the legislators and the governor. The governor's office called, and
Good.
they're looking at it, but not a lot of encouragement.
Did you send your letters to the press?
Yes. Matter of fact, it's
Good.
going to be in. What's today? Thursday. It'll be in. Oh, it was in today's Chronicle. Or yesterday's Chronicle.
Yesterday's Chronicle.
I haven't not seen it yet, but
Yeah.
yes,
There was-
this is the letter. It'll be in the Chronicle.
Cool. There was an article last week in the Chronicle about the issue.
Right.
And there was one in the Newport Daily, which was sort of asking the generic question, well, is this a good idea or not? And I don't know if people have weighed in on that
I didn't
yet.
see that article, but I was at the meeting in Derby.
Yeah.
And we brought it up to the Derby Select Board, who don't really have a say in it.
Right.
But I think they can make some comments to the right people, but they don't really have a position.
Yeah. I was a little
Originally,
shocked by some of their comments.
originally they had a standing with Act 250, but
Right.
that's, like I said, water over the dam. That,
Literally.
but they still,
Yeah.
since the path is in Derby, at least
A chunk of it.
three
yeah.
3 miles of it's in Derby,
Yes.
they should be concerned.
Yeah, but it seemed from the article in the Chronicle they weren't concerned that.
They're studying it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Maybe they've
It's just-
shifted their thinking.
Yeah, they're studying it.
Good.
But the only way that this can be closed to snow machines is for the Agency of Transportation to
Yeah.
do it.
To say not
Yeah.
working. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've already talked to Joe Flynn. He's the Secretary of Transportation.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Who you know is really important here.
yeah, and he's sympathetic. He did not realize it was only 7 feet wide,
Wow.
and the others were.
Yeah.
And it says on Rails for Trails website on VTrans, it is 8 feet wide, and it
it's
isn't.
not. So
It's
he can
not.
come and measure it, can't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, it's very.
That's something they could change on their website
Yeah,
quite quickly.
Yeah, they can take that off. They can take no snow machines off the
Yeah.
website, very easily. But
Yeah.
I don't know who has to make that final decision.
Right. I've heard some questions raised about e-bikes. Has that been a way into this?
No, I don't think so, unless speed limits. Like I said,
haven't-
we walk it all the time.
Right.
And some of those e-bikes go fast,
Yeah.
really fast. And
That's not smart.
and there's always the somebody that's on a bike, not even an e-bike, but a regular bike. They come up behind you, and
You don't
you
hear
can't
them.
hear them,
Right.
and they don't say anything until they're right behind you.
Yeah.
Scares the wits
Yeah.
out of you. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's a sport attached to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of sad that for 25 years, people have figured out how to get along, to share. And that now there's a question of that being lost.
Yeah. Now, like I said, if nobody had said anything, they probably could have had access, because they're gonna drive down to the Vast Trail,
Yes.
and then they're gonna be gone all day,
Yeah.
and they come back at night and go back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you're only gonna have 2 tracks in a day, but as soon as everybody else knows, oh, I can get on there from there. Because there's no the Vast Trail crosses Darling Hill about where the Y is, where you go to BB or North Derby Road.
Yeah.
That's where it crosses North Derby Road. There's no other access, that I believe, from there to the Canadian border.
Right.
So everybody that lives north of there, the only way they can get on the Vast Trail is come all the way down to BB Spur.
Mm-hmm.
Unless trailer there.
Right.
Someone built somehow.
So there could be a lot more who are interested.
There could be a lot more. And that's why,
That's a
some of the-
really good reason for doing what you guys are doing.
and to stop it now. And,
Yes.
And then the other thing is what we talked about earlier is what's going to happen when the other shoe drops is,
All-terrain
4-wheelers
vehicles,
on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
would be a
that's-
big deal.
And I can see that's perfect setup for them.
Yes. It would be.
Yeah.
That's pretty noisy as well. So
Well, the noise, yeah. Like when they groom it now, when MT
Yeah.
grooms it, you can't even hear that. And that is
Right.
a snow machine, but you can't hear that. But anybody that's going down there, anything over 15 miles an hour, you can hear it.
Hear it,
And,
right.
Yeah, all the time. And they do, all times, day and night. You know, people, they're out there at midnight, especially on weekends.
Sure.
But,
So in our last couple of minutes, anything else that you'd like to cover?
you know, the protocol on their website, the VTrans website, says that the snow machine has a right-of-way in all cases. So if you meet a snow machine on the bike path, you're the one that has to get off the bike path.
Oh, great. Where am I going?
Yeah.
Just got a suggestion.
But it's obvious that snow machine isn't going to get off because
Well,
might
they
not
know
be able
where
to get back
go
on.
either. Right.
Yeah.
But nor can humans when, if you look at some of the drop-off
Yeah.
there, some of those are really steep.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up by, up Sunset Acres up there.
Yes.
It goes right down to the lake.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it does.
But yeah, we've been for 25 years. We've had the privilege of it's a private path, but Memphremagog trails, and I always buy a family membership,
Right.
so we can always go and use all the trails. My family comes up,
Exactly.
and they do a
They
super
do an
job.
amazing job.
And they go all the way up to top of the world, across the Dowling Hill
Yeah.
Road. There's trails all over there. I haven't been up on those trails in the winter. I've been in the summer.
Those ski trails in the winter are way beyond my level of competence.
Yeah, that's
But they certainly have a lot of people who are really good skiers who have learned
Yeah.
on these trails, and it's wonderful for the high school kids. They
Oh, yeah. Oh, they have,
a team. And
well,
they
that's
see
another
them.
point. They have meets all winter long.
Yeah.
And on that, and
Yeah, and into
they have
the
to
woods.
groom. They have to
Yes.
groom before the meet, and that's all. Groom that trail and have a snow machine come down.
Yeah,
and
that would be devastating.
ungroom it.
Yeah, that would be devastating.
Yeah, they do, and Memphremagog Trails is now hooked up with Vermont Mountain Bike Association.
Yes, VMBA. Right.
Yeah, and they and that's a great organization. You see those bikers on those trails
Yeah.
all summer long, and it's amazing. I mean, that brings a lot of revenue into the state of Vermont. And Memphremagog Trails has got, I heard how many members they have. They got a lot of members.
Yeah, there's some serious mountain bikers up here.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good area. He does
It's
a
a
good
cool
job.
sport. We have so many wonderful activities out here. It would be really a shame to sacrifice all of them for one.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming in,
Well, thank you for inviting me.
and I really hope this keeps going, and if there's anything any of us who use the trail can do, publicize it so that we all know, because we would hate to lose this.
Yeah. Or if we do, it's going to be hard to get it back. That's why
Once
we're doing
it's
it now.
gone, it's gone.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it now.
Yeah.
But I think if we get legislation in the works, it's just a little piece of legislation, exempt BB Spur
Yeah.
from the snowmobile
Right. Sounds
item
like a
that's
great
in.
way to go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.